Alright, let's try this again. This is take 4 for the Vampire Rain review, which is basically just me rambling on about what I think about the game, things I don't like about the game, and we'll go from there. To start with, probably the thing I hate the most about the game, and it's not really the game's fault, is all the bad press that the game gets. Now, in defense of the people who smash on this game, the trailer for this game on Xbox Live clearly shows, or at least, to me, it looks like they were trying to represent an action shooter game, when in fact, this is not. This is a stealth game. Pure and simple. It's pretty much a rip-off of Splinter Cell. And I know this because I played Splinter Cell. So yeah, they pretty much, if you go based off that trailer, you're not going to get the game you think you're going to get. But it gets a lot of bad press because people seem to not understand. And if you go watch a guy on my subscription list named Armac21, he has a video for Vampire Rain. It's pretty much the reason that I bought it, because I was on the fence about it after all the bad reviews I heard. And he pretty much picks apart all those bad reviews and shows how they're ostensibly lying. They're just flat out dead wrong. But it gets a lot of, and I think a lot of, because I gone to a few Vampire Rain, internet forums and such, and it's just a lot of people I don't think have even played the game. And it's just, they're going off what they read in this review or read in that review, and it's just, they got bad information. So I don't feel too bad for them, except when I start to argue with them, I hate them. But anyway, as for the actual game, I don't like the shootouts. There's parts where it does get to be pretty action-packed, but I'm fine with it as long as your allies aren't involved in it, because keeping them alive is a pain in the ass, and it just frustrates the hell out of me. And that's just me. Some other people might not have any problems with it. The bosses I don't like, because they exude this old-timey, they exude this old-school type boss feel, because there's really only one way to go about, this is a couple of the bosses. Some of the bosses, they're really easy and really generic, but a few of the bosses, there's only one way to kill them. If you don't do it that way, you're not going to be able to do it. You're not going to do shit. You're just going to die and die and die. There's a few of them where if you don't figure out, one of them near the end is very just, it's not something I probably would have ever, it's really, I think you could probably do it, it'd take a really long time, but there's a way to do it very fast that I probably would have never thought of. Anyway, other than that, really, there's not much I don't like. The voice acting and the story aren't too great. The only voice acting I like is Lord Hessler. I like his lines, I like the way he reads them, and I like his voice. Everybody else, especially the Colonel, don't like listening to them in the least. They're just not good, not done well at all. And it's kind of a story, And this is just me, but I'm tired of ambiguous endings. I want all my answers spelled out for me. I recently played through Fear, which ends pretty much ambiguously. Obviously, it doesn't end ambiguously. It ends without answering a lot of the questions that I had through the game. And I played it a few times now. And I've owned Condemned for a while, and I still don't. There's still some stuff I have questions about, though I've gotten most of it, I think, figured out. But there's still, I'd like answers. I'm tired of ambiguous endings. I'm tired of unanswered questions, mysterious stuff. I'm sick of it. I would just like some answers, but that's me, so that's just a bad point on my end. So yeah, good stuff. I just think it's fun as hell. It's very entertaining. It's pretty well done graphics. They're not that bad. And scaring the humans is lots of fun. Just run up on the humans and watch them start to cower in fear. Just don't kill them. That's game over. The way the vampires die. The vampires, Armac shows this in his video. Again, watch Armac 21's video. They melt down into this puddle of goo. and don't step on it because apparently I don't know it's acidic or poisonous or something. It damages you. But they melt down in this puddle of goo, and that animation is really it's really nice. It's really good animation. The gameplay is fun. There's not really anything broken. There is one hit detection glitch where if you're like trying to shoot them around a corner and they're too close to the wall, it'll glitch and like hit the wall instead of the vampire, even though you're not aiming at the vampire. It's the only glitch really that I've come across. But yeah, it's a fun game. I like playing it a lot. I think it's a lot of fun. There's also a lot of it's a pretty tense game. I can't think of anything off the top of my head, but there's some pretty tense moments in the game where it's very if I move, they're gonna hear me and I'm gonna be fucked. There's a bunch of tense things in the game. So yeah, that's my thoughts on Vampire Rain. It's not the best game in the world, but it is an okay game. Was it worth the $25-$30 that it? Well, I didn't pay for it. I got it for free. But is it worth the $25-$30 it was priced at while I was there? Yeah, I think so. I'd go for the used one that was $25 when I was at GameStop and got it, but instead of going for the new one, just because that $5 off it is nice. But I think it's worth it. I enjoyed it a lot. I would speak on the multiplayer, but I don't have a clue what the multiplayer is like. Nobody. The online, the multiplayer, online gameplay is so dead. There is nothing. It's a barren fucking wasteland. If anybody has this game or gets this game, add me. My gamer tag is on the profile page. And add me and let's play some games because I would love to put up an additional to this review and talk about the multiplayer because I have yet to play it. I would like to check it out. I'm kind of intrigued by the a stealth action multiplayer. So yep. And I recently bought another copy of Splinter Cell because I've never owned it. I just played it at a friend's house. And after playing through Splinter Cell for a little bit, it is a huge ripoff of Splinter Cell. But I don't mind ripoffs. It's just I'm sharing a bit of information. Ripoffs don't bother me as long as they're done well. Excuse me. And Vampire Rain is done pretty well. Also, Vampire Rain is easier than Splinter Cell, I find. I have a lot of difficulty with Splinter Cell. Vampire Rain is by far easier. It's easier to sneak up on people. As long as there's rain. It's easier to sneak up on people. It's an easier game, I think. And there's my review for Shepdog 25. Hope you're happy. My next time I do a game review, it will be Marvel Ultimate Alliance for a Mr. L. Walker 20. Peace, y'all.